Gatekeeping in the true crime community. Let's talk about it. What is gatekeeping in the true crime community? The purpose of gatekeeping is to limit how much of a role another creator has on how content is being covered, usually through manipulation, rather than for credible reasons. Most times creators get too close to the people around a criminal investigation, creating bias and actual misinformation, especially when you can't back up your claims with receipts. Drama sells. I get it. We get it. But you're not fooling anyone. Eve, you ready to show your viewers what you mean?
Hey guys, how are you doing today? Happy Thursday. Sorry, I've been away. And I was an hour late because good reason, not a good reason, an unfortunate reason. So I went to California for 4 days so that Mr. Eve could say goodbye to his grandfather who had 2 strokes back to back, and he passed away today, very recently today. So I had to push it a little bit to, for us to talk about it and call family and all that stuff. So thank you guys for being patient with me. Let me see who's in the chat. Hey, Dory, glad you're here. Superior Dreams, thank you for the prayers. Hybrid Pisces says praying for Mr. Eve and all of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Mr. Eve appreciates that. I'm sure he'll be in the chat here in a second. Who else we got here? Mr. E, there he is. Hey, everyone. Thank you for what you were all saying. Condolences to all of you, says Julia. Thank you so much, Julia. I appreciate that. Lizzie B says, hi, Eve. Thinking of you and Mr. Eve and his family. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. All right. So what we're going to talk about today is some of the issues that I'm having with the true crime community. Not trying to start anything. I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer right now. However, there are some things that I noticed while I was gone that concern me, right? And I'm usually, pretty open-minded, and I get close. I don't get close, but I work with other creators, and I have in the past. Those of you who know me, who went to Tennessee, and as long as we're doing good things, what you do on your time is your time. But there is a limit, I guess, where some of it is just fucking ridiculous. I'm just going to tell you, like, that's just how I feel. And I just want to say that I get kind of tired of it, and I'm sure you guys do too. Probably know what I'm talking about. So that is not my style around true crime, and I don't support that kind of angle, because this is a serious situation with Quinton Simon. It's a very serious situation with Summer Wells and having the sheriff of Hawkins County, Tennessee, who is supposed to help find Summer. He has a son who is getting away with a crime with 4 counts of sexual battery. Was supposed to be a 20-year sentence and now only getting 1 year. Talk about corruption, man. So if he could do that for his own child, what makes us think, or me think, that he wouldn't cover up a missing child's case? Carly Trent, she went missing. Gary Simpson, her uncle, abducted her, and they found her, and there's some stuff about the reward money with Summer Wells, with Carly Trent, that's questionable at best. Kind of got funneled a little bit, in my opinion. However, this is just like the most unacceptable shit that I have ever seen on both sides, law enforcement and the public. Have we lost? Where's my beep beep? Have we lost our fucking minds? Have we lost our minds? I'm pretty sure we have. It's official. It's ass backwards now. Jeeps Girl says, very sorry, Mr. Eve, about your grandfather prayers. Thank you. Hey, Circle Jerk, glad you're in here. We're going to be talking about Michael Vaughan today, and I have some opinions on what has been said and what the drama is recently about the sighting in Missouri. Now, if you haven't seen or heard about that, I do have a video that I can play, and I'm going to go ahead and do that so that the people that haven't seen it can understand what I'm talking about. But we'll get into that. And I would love to go on your panel anytime. I think that I can handle it. Dream in is free. A peace comes over them at the end and they can accept it even if we can't. Boy, do I know. Boy, do I know. Yeah, girl, Eve knows. Hey, Tales from the Fort. Glad you're here. Dory says, hello, y'all. Miss yous. I miss you too. Circle Jerk says, that's why I'm trying to piece together this sighting. Yep. Okay. Let's get into Michael Vaughan. It's been a while since I've covered Michael, and it wasn't because you're going to hear, oh, Eve and Harsh Reality, they only cover, missing children's cases when there is something to talk about and some drama going on. Not true, Lawanda. And Level, whoever else wants to talk yo shit. It's not that. It's just that there was nothing that would help anything if I kept continuing to hash over the same things. I post his flyers. I'm on Twitter. I'm doing my research behind the scenes, which is none of your business. So I'm doing my thing. Chicken wing. Slow your roll. Yes, Michael Vaughan. 1 year too long. Julia says couldn't leave a comment on the earlier video. Yeah, it kept shutting off my comments, and I think it's because it's like it has to verify. Like when you upload a video, it verifies that there's no copyright claims, and sometimes it just lingers. So I privated it and then opened it back up, and it seems to be working. Circle Jerk, we made a separate account to talk about the kids, so we're not mixing kids with the YouTube weirdo discussions. That's a great idea. I actually did the same thing. I made True Crime Time with Eve. Haven't done shit with it, but I need to. That's a good idea. Hey, Carla. All right. And if anybody is joining after the live, thank you for being here. You matter too. I appreciate your support. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're here, or dislike button, whatever you prefer. Just let me know how you feel. I'm going to play this video that I made about the sighting, and then tell you kind of what the drama is, I guess, from the people surrounding the parents of Michael Vaughan. So let me pull this up real quick. Get my face off of here. Be right back.
Pineville, Missouri police now believe a boy spotted there is not a child missing from Idaho. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. The child in question is 7-year-old Michael Joseph Vaughan. The boy disappeared from Fruitland, Idaho in July of 2021. Now, earlier today, Pineville, Missouri police said the boy might have been spotted in their town, but now Fruitland police say they've determined the child spotted in Pineville is not Vaughan.
This article is not true in any way. Law enforcement had no idea of this information before this article. This is poor reporting at best. Yes, you have a First Amendment right, but with that comes responsibility. This is irresponsible and reckless reporting. Shame on you for putting this family through more hell. How dare you run a fake story about a missing boy in Idaho being seen in Missouri? The article you posted is not true, and the authorities have verified you lied in this story. Shame on you, and you need to retract it and publicly apologize to the parents you gave a glimmer of hope that their missing boy was spotted today. Disgusting and sickening. I respectfully disagree, but I want to know something. How did you know the timeline window of 6:40 to 7 p.m. that Michael disappeared on August 2nd, 2021, when the public didn't know that timeline until 2022?
All right, guys, did you catch that? Did you catch that the two people who are married, I'm just going to say that, on August 2nd, 2021, knew or referenced the timeline of Michael's disappearance that wasn't released officially by law enforcement, aka Chief of Police J.D. Huff, until July 22nd, 2022. How about them apples? And, it could have, some people that I've talked to are like, oh, maybe that's just the guesstimation they had. And I can get behind that. Except for the fact that this specific person that had the timeline on their on the Facebook page of the Fruitland missing Michael Vaughan Fruitland page that was public at one time, overtook the Facebook page, shut it down, kicked everybody out that they thought was not on the side of the parents, I guess, or had questions, or tried to figure out, why are they blocking people and booting people for having legitimate questions. Some of them deserve to be booted, probably myself. But it was just the strangest thing. That was one of the admins of that page. And I think both of them were actually, yeah. And I'll tell you this. They aren't the most quiet people in the news, if you will. They are not the most reputable in a good way politically in Idaho and other states. And I'm kind of getting sick and tired of hiding my true feelings and thoughts about, people surrounding the Michael Vaughan case who bully, harass, dox, threaten, whatever you want to call it, character assassinate because of who they are and what they've done. Okay. Now, I'm going to wait for the video that I have to do that after this live. It's actually ready to go. It's ready to go. But I'm going to give it a little bit. I'm going to give it a little bit to see if there's anything that might transpire with the thought that they know that I'm doing that. We'll see. And I'm going to tell you something. If anything comes my way, like it had before, harming my child or threatening me putting my name out there and my information. Try me. Try me. And watch what you say. Just that's all I'm going to say. All right? It's very intense what I found. So, Shalima? Sorry, I really butchered that. I apologize. Yeah, my peepers were peeped too. Yeah. What the hell is a good that's a good one. Because I was saying that the whole time I was researching this shit. So does this person live out there as they say come help search? Get into that. Please say it louder for the ones in the back. Just move up. Move up to the front. Start talking, right? Hey, my Shedlines. Was thinking you were going live at 4 p.m. my time. No. I pushed it back an hour or ahead an hour. I'm sorry. Things went down. Hi, Grace. Dory says, preach. Well, your girl likes to, when she gets fed up, she gets fed up. And so let's go ahead and talk about this sighting in Missouri. I am still trying to understand the problem here regarding the people around the family and the family, since obviously they speak for them on certain things most of the time, especially if it's controversial. And I'm still trying to figure it out. So look, maybe we could do it together. Maybe you can teach me or show me what I'm missing about the uproar about this sighting. All right. Because I sincerely am confused. All right, here we go. So as you saw in the video, this is where I got that clip of the news saying that, it was not Michael Vaughan, that sighting that was reported. So let's read the article because I think this is the only one that I've seen. So it was posted on October 19th and updated today at 10:43 a.m. Okay. All right. It says, before the update, which the update, again, is it's not Michael Vaughan. That's the only update. But before that, it said, a missing boy out of Fruitland, Idaho was possibly seen in Pineville, Missouri, according to local authorities. KTVB Channel 7 says Michael, who is nicknamed Monkey, was last seen around 6:30 p.m. on July 27th, 2021 in the Fruitland area. Let me go ahead and correct that. Maybe that's what they're upset about. He was last seen at his home. It was Southwest 9th in Arizona. Then it was on his street. Now the latest one is last seen at his home around 6:30. They have shortened the timeline, as you saw. Mr. Jeeper said, I guess way prematurely. We'll see. The timeline has gone down from 6:40 to 7 when he was taken or possibly abducted. Maybe that's why they're upset, because you're going to see. At the time, he was 5 years old and described as 3 feet 7 inches tall, weighing about 50 pounds with blonde hair and blue eyes. Michael's 6th birthday was June 24th, 2022. So here we go. In the previous news conference on July 22nd, Fruitland police confirmed preliminary evidence. All right, listen up. Preliminary evidence that suggests Michael's disappearance is criminal and possibly an abduction. Let me repeat that. Fruitland PD confirmed preliminary evidence that suggests Michael's disappearance is criminal, possibly an abduction. Already, the department has looked into nearly 1,000 leads and tips that have come in from the public, according to KTVB. Pineville officers say they received a call today, October 19th, which was yesterday, from Fruitland Police Department. Okay? FPD called them regarding the missing boy. Officers believe he may have been spotted in the Pineville area. Officials say they identified multiple persons of interest, which they misspelled it to interesting, so shame on y'all. But multiple persons of interest in this case previously. However, no suspects were named. And that was from the presser, the last presser on July 22nd. Now, there was in August, they had the trailer release to put Michael's face on trailers that are going up and down Washington, Oregon, and all that. So there wasn't really any updates or additions to that presser that was any different from the one before. All right. If you see him, please contact 911 with any information, obviously. All right. So I'm going to check in with chat because I want to see if anybody caught what I was trying to portray out here. Stir that pot, Eve, says Juliet. You know I do. You know I will. My shed lines. Yeah, I was late because I looked at the clock and thought I still had 40 minutes. No, it's my bad. Brooklyn says, I'm so lost. I'm sorry, but did they confirm it wasn't Michael? Correct. They confirmed it was not Michael. Now, the big hoorah with people, I'm just LaWanda and Level-Headed and everybody, supporting the family, which is great. Good for you. Great, grand, wonderful. Everybody get back on the bus. I still don't really understand specifically, but there were tweets made to the KOAM News Now, which is the one that did that clip that I have, that they were doing it for likes, clicks, and views. That was one of the things. What was another thing that someone sent me? The misinformation. I'm not sure what misinformation this is, but allegedly law enforcement didn't have a clue about this tip that was sent. Now, I don't know who contacted the news. I have no idea. It could be a spoof. It could be real. I would assume that the news would double check their sources and have actually spoken to Fruitland or police in Pineville, Missouri, that this actually happened. So I would like to know how this got leaked out to the news media. Is it something that maybe law enforcement is doing to test the waters to see who gets rattled? Well, if you were paying attention in my video, those two characters who overran the missing Facebook page for Michael, they were squeaking. And it makes me concerned because they've been on my side-eye list for a hot minute, for a lot of people's. And that is the truth. I don't have to lie to kick it. All right? It is what it is. Me those mountains, girl. Yeah. If I end up in some ditch, I didn't do it. My shed lines, yes, they did, Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it shows his name and face is getting spread. Correct. His information's getting out there. His face is getting out there. His case is getting out there. There might be people in Missouri, like, there's family members that live there of Michael's. I didn't know if you knew that. About 20 miles away, actually. Oh, did I say that? We'll see. Maybe that was a tactic. I don't know. Maybe law enforcement has to play a big old game of fuckery to get somebody to come up and say something. I don't know. That's just my speculation. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. Entertainment purposes only. Brooklyn, I agree. Everyone should be thankful. Yes, they should. Now, I get that hearing about a tip like this, where there was a potential sighting of a missing boy, and then it turns out that it was not Michael, that has to be devastating, right? I get it. You would be devastated, but I still, for the life of me, do not understand why anybody would be mad at the news media for reporting this, because this is their community and they may have heard something over there or a rumor may have been started. But right here it says Fruitland police confirmed preliminary evidence, or excuse me, Fruitland PD called Pineville. I mean, we really got to correct this. This hasn't come down yet. It's been, what, 2 days? This is day 2. What's going on? Why are there so many people squeaking about this? I would like to know. I hope I don't get in trouble or blocked for this, but I think the father couldn't go out and get him any drugs, and his drug dealer came over and daddy. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. We don't know. But anything is possible. No stone left unturned, as JD have states. And I have yet to see anybody clear these family members, or anybody for that matter. I have not heard a thing about that. Not even, the babysitter whom I feel is innocent and I speak to from time to time to clarify on things that she noticed, etc. So nobody is cleared, and this shit keeps spreading around to this day. And the only excuse that I can hear is, well, I know things that you don't. Okay. Is that a community thing? Because that's called a conflict of interest. That's just me. Circle Jerk says, it reminds me of when Jenna texted Candace Wells about a fake summer sighting when she was on Dr. Phil. Girl, you beat me to it. That was my next point. Now, mind you, Summer Wells was quite the discussion of the recordings of Brandy and the group of girls who were talking to her, befriending her. I played those videos. It's on my Michael Vaughan playlist. Go check those out if you want. I'm just going to say that. Julia says, okay, explains why Miss Local Yokel, sorry, that was funny, is foaming out the mouth against KOAM. Yup. Tarot Destroyer. It's all feel-good nonsense. They're just kitty cards. This e-beggar doesn't know you, and she never will. Thank you for sharing. Maybe I misread that, but okay. Hey, Sassafras. I'm not sure having people with records of DV and such things advocating for your family is a good look. I agree. What if I told you that people who are censoring, this is the irony. What if I told you that the people who were censoring the Facebook messages and comments were in fact people who are very, very pro First Amendment rights and protection of freedom of speech to a militant degree? What if I told you that? That's the irony. Hi, Tracy. Grammy says, but why is B mad at the news? I don't know about B, but if you're going to speak on behalf of the family, then I assume that they feel the same way you do, right? And you're going on on YouTube and explaining these things. So I am going to just go ahead and say that's how they feel. It's a good question, Grammy. I don't know. I sincerely don't know. Now, from what I heard is that the problem is that Fruitland never called them ever, and it was a spoof. And I don't know what is the truth or what is not. But I mean, I just could not see a whole ass news station making up something on a whim for clicks, likes, and views, for one. And secondly, I don't see them keeping this up if it isn't plausible or based in some truth. So I am waiting for a response for damn sure from the journalist, Mr. Andre, right here. Nothing yet. But I do know that they have contacted the two that were bitching about disgusting and disgraceful journalism and all that bullshit. They responded to them, that's for sure. And they still haven't taken it down. So I'm very curious to see what happens with this. They have big records, yeah. The irony is rich. Rich like chocolate. Yes, ma'am. Doesn't surprise me. Hi, Birdie. All right. So having said that, what do you do when people squeak the loudest on a, what was it, 30-second clip? First of all, 30-second clip about explaining that this sighting that Fruitland PD called over there to check on, per this news article, it wasn't Michael. Heartbreaking. I really, really wish that he was found. Like, good God, that's what we all want. We want these babies to come home safe, unharmed. I curse with curiosity. Thank you. Why has it been taken down? What is the issue here? Is it not fitting the narrative that you pigeonholed yourself into, or is it hitting a nerve? We shall see. I called Fruitland PD myself and asked one of the clerks or receptionists, is Fruitland PD going to update any of the community or the news or anyone for that matter about this sighting in Missouri? And she she has talked to me a lot, okay? A lot. And we were laughing because she was like saying the same thing that she's had to tell me over and over and over. And it was just kind of funny because we knew it was coming. And she was like, we're sorry. I was told that this is an ongoing investigation and that we will not be speaking on the matter of anything related to the case to protect the integrity. And we were just giggling. I mean, at this point, because I've heard it so many times and she said it so many times. So I don't know if that applies to people in the community, because allegedly people know information that we're not privy to out in the streets, right? So maybe we're just not close enough or whatever. But what I want to know is, why is this such a big deal? They're reporting in their community that it was not Michael Vaughan. Now, I don't know who it was. I don't know if anybody was reported at all. There might be no such thing as a little boy who's missing there, or it could just be somebody with, I don't know. I don't have the answers. But if Fruitland PD is not going to say anything about it, which is what I got from her words, what if it was a ruse? What if they wanted to see what would happen? Apparently one of the reasons that this is so atrocious is because it gave the parents false hope. And these things will happen. You're going to have reported sightings that don't pan out. That's the way of it. I don't know why this was leaked out, I guess, if it was not a big deal over there. I don't know. Maybe they can answer that. Maybe the person who knew the timeline before JD Huff stated it publicly, maybe they have some information that they can provide us as to why this is atrocious and disgusting journalism. I would like to know. I don't know about y'all, but that's just how I feel. Get 'em, Eve. Well, and I mean, I'm not trying to be like, gotcha, bitch. I'm not trying to be like that. Sorry for my language. But it's just like, it's been over a year. And this is what we're discussing. And it's a negative. Maybe I'm not understanding something. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. Be careful what you ask for. That's right. Was the fam angry about it? Sorry, I missed that part. I'm assuming that if the PR rep that's just doing it out of the kindness of her heart with cash only donations and stuff at places. I wonder if she's saying that she's angry and everyone else is angry around the case. I am assuming she's representing the feelings of the parents. I could be wrong. They are separate people, but I assume that if she's speaking publicly on a social platform, they're on the same page. I could be wrong. Maybe they can clear that up. Well, to Lennis, when did the sighting happen? I've been watching other cases and didn't know anything about it. Yeah, that's why they want it to go away. I'm assuming because from what I hear, Harsh and Eve and all those shitty true crime people who are out for a buck, which I don't monetize these. I'm actually negative in the bank for this. We're just clicks, likes, and views and drama. That's why they want it down, I guess. I don't see this being anything crucial to the case or changing anybody's opinion. But when you react the way you do, when you're people around the family who are questionable at best and have doxed and defamed and some of these people who are thieves and who are involved in a malicious tyranny group, yes, I said it, on the watch list all the time, I'm sure. There's not a 5% chance in hell or a 3% chance in hell that you're going to keep me off of this when you squeak like you do. Linda says, I'm so sorry, Eve. I can't watch right now. Oh, no problem. Hey, Hermit Frog. Julie, I'd rather have people reporting it than the alternative. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Hermit Z. Hey, Guidance. Good. I'm glad you're here. It's been a while. Well, to let us off topic, but I think all of these cases of missing children, the parents should be out there with the police to find them, forced to, no matter what they have to do. Well, there's been a lot of times that people have offered services. And I was so hurt by the fact that I was kicked out or kicked off as a member of EquiSearch. But I got to thinking about it. And I was like, maybe they were scared. Maybe somebody was scared that my connection, which isn't a connection, I'm just a ground searcher. I'm not anything special. But maybe there could have been movement on that. I don't know. And it kind of flattered me a little bit, thinking like, oh, maybe you're scared that my little mediumship ass would, I don't know, who knows? It's a nice thought. Maybe I'm just in La La Land, right? Jeep Girl said, it's a sad shame that these people are out there preaching this narrative. This is a missing little boy out there. And that's all I care about. Hey, Terrace Spirit Whisperer. Nice to see you, hon. Their loss. Oh, yeah. Because you know what I did? I got a nonprofit that helps search for missing people. So I just went ahead and did what they do, but on a smaller scale. For now. Yep, well, things happen for a reason, love. There's much bigger and better things coming your way. Thank you. And you guys, without you, I couldn't do it. And all we want is for these babies to come home safe. And if they can't, let's get them justice, right? And that means looking at everything with no blinders or goggles on. And stop getting into your feels about these fucking these parents who didn't watch their child. Jackpot, bingo, Yahtzee. That's all I got. You can get your support. You got it. And you actually want to, I do. So that's all I have for Michael Vaughan. I'm waiting for the drama to unfold to see who squeaks even more. Because you know how it goes. Quinton. Quinton Simon. So you know that I jumped into the Quinton Simon case full force. I took 3 days, 2 or 3 days to get all of the dispatch stuff combined, right? And it kind of launched from there. I think everybody was very involved once they could hear, what was said by the dispatch. Now I'm pretty sure that they have the scanner blocked because it just has this clicking noise, so they probably encrypted it. Sorry, that was probably my fault. Whoops. But at least we got what I got, and other people. So I'm glad that came out there. But seeing Leilani and seeing Billy Joe out there partying, drinking tequila, I'm going to tell you my opinion on what that's all about. In a drug addict's mind, and I have been a drug addiction counselor for a very short time, but had to do training and stuff. What I do know is that drug addicts will literally only think about the next high or excitement that they can get if it's prolonged exposure to drug abuse. That's all they care about. And when things get really, really bad, like let's just say you allegedly or potentially murdered your child and put them in a dumpster so that they could go to the landfill. And then you have grandmother who is complicit in a sense of being told about the belt marks and about the abuse and what was going on and didn't come home until it was too late. What do they have to lose, guys? What else do they have to lose? They are at the bottom, at the very bottom. So what do drug addicts do? Go balls to the wall. Why not? That's what happens. I really hope that they find this little boy. I don't think fighting with people on the street is going to do anything for Quinton. I hope they enjoy the monetization off of that fuckery. Damn it. Darn it. That. I hope they enjoy every penny of it because I ain't doing that. And about Summer Wells, let's go into Summer Wells because I don't have a lot. There's not a lot of updates because, there's other fish to fry in Hawkins County, apparently. Let me check up a chat real quick. I used to be a drug addict, 100% true. I mean, I wasn't an addict, in my opinion. I was just doing what everybody else was doing. And I just remember seeing everybody chasing the next and the next and the next. Even after wrecking a whole ass car and flipping it upside down and almost killing their girlfriend. Like, what's important? Getting fucked up, right? Rewarding themselves with drinks or drugs. Yeah. Hey, Sugar Moon Garden. That's true. Balls to the wall. Why not? What else you got to lose? Well, I'm glad for those who are recovering addicts. Kudos to you. Keep it going. Don't ever backtrack. So proud of you. Glad that you're sober. And if you don't, that's okay too. Just keep coming back. Laugh out loud. You're going to have to hold the bar of soap in your mouth. I know. I'm sorry. These cases get you just riled up, Eve, please clear that up that you were a counselor and not an addict. That would be all over in no time. No, I am not an addict. I have been a counselor. I have been a drug abuse, alcohol abuse counselor. Yeah. Did I say that I was an addict counselor or an addict? I've been around addicts. Shit, all the time. Still do to try to help sometimes. I mean, it is what it is. All right, guys. So Summer Wells, right? And then I have to wrap it up. With Summer Wells' case, I have just 2 things to say. With the whole Brandon Lawson, the son, only getting 1 year. The community has to be the one to raise hell on not only Brandon, but on Summer Wells. And it is the community's responsibility in Hawkins County and Rogersville. Every single person in that county, in Hawkins County, if you want Summer found and you want this case to go forward and get justice for her, kick Ronnie Lawson off of this case and demand either the state of Tennessee or the TBI or the FBI that's not there, somebody else take it 100% over, because it will never get anywhere, in my opinion. There is no excuse for you to have a son that has 4 counts of sexual battery that was supposed to be a 20-year sentence to 1 year. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. And that's your son. You got bigger fish to fry, Sir Ronnie Larson. You got things to do. Like, take care of yourself and your family. You don't need to be running for any more sheriff seats. You need to sit down, go somewhere else, and let somebody else take the case over. It's already done. Okay? That's all I have for that. And I'm not going to disrespect Summer anymore by talking about those 2 birth givers, who one is about to get out on October 30th and the other one who gives a shit, and Grandma. We also need to start focusing again on the Rose Bly case. Rose Bly matters. There is something up with that family and the people they surround themselves with. What is going on with that? She matters too. She had children that she loved. She had friends that she loved. And maybe, just maybe, if we help figure out something with Rose Bly's case, maybe, just maybe, that will bring Summer Wells home. I've always felt that way. I will stick to my story on that. So maybe we need to go back to that. Right? If that thing comes straight back to you too, then I'm done. How dare you, Crystal? Falling asleep, taking naps during the day. Girl, we're going to have to get you a regimen. All right, guys, I got to go. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I do. I have been behind, as you know, and I'm doing donation night for A Voice for the Missing, my nonprofit. We need to get this ball on the road, and we need to start helping people. That's what I want to do. That's my passion. So let's do it. Donation night. All right, guys, as you know, I say, drink your water, hug yourself, your babies, your fur babies, your grandbabies. Let's bring justice to these babies. Justice for Summer, Quinton, Michael, Lena, Harmony, and all of those other children. And I will see you on the next live. Bye, guys. Thank you for being here. Holla.
What?